Hey everyone, Mr. Macintosh here. If you're thinking of upgrading to macOS Ventura on your Mac, this video is for you because I'm going to give you a full walkthrough highlighting 5 easy steps that anyone can follow to upgrade your Mac. I'm going to give you a full demo on an Intel Mac and on an Apple Silicon M1 or M2 Mac. Plus, I'm going to highlight the brand new macOS Ventura upgrade process if you're on macOS Monterey, and you're going to want to know about that before you begin. We got a lot to cover. Let's jump in and get started. Really quickly before we begin, I always put an update section in the video description below. I can communicate with you in case Apple has changed anything in the upgrade process for macOS Ventura. Check this before you begin. I also put a full video chapter section that you can jump to the exact section that you need in the video, or if you need to review a certain section again. Let's go over a summary of the video. And the first section that we're going to go over is we're going to check to make sure that your Mac is compatible with upgrading to macOS Ventura. Then we're going to talk about application support. Is an application that you use every day supported by macOS Ventura? You don't want to make the upgrade only to find that that app crashes or has problems. Then we're going to make sure that your Mac has enough free space on the hard drive before you upgrade to Ventura. We've definitely seen problems with that in the past, so we want to double check that. Then we're going to back up with your machine with Time Machine, so if anything goes wrong, all your data is backed up and safe. Then we're going to make the upgrade and we're going to go over multiple demos. Demo number 1 is we're going to upgrade to Ventura on an Intel Mac that is supported with macOS Mojave all the way to macOS Monterey 12.2.1. Then the second demo, we're going to upgrade to Ventura on an M1 or M2 Mac from macOS Monterey 12.3 or newer, because that's going to be the new Ventura upgrade process that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Then we're going to talk about upgrading to Ventura on an unsupported Mac with Open Core Legacy Patcher. There's an important note that we want to talk about there. Then we're going to go over some troubleshooting if macOS Ventura upgrade's not showing in system preferences. And then we got to talk about downgrading, because we go over all these steps because you do not want to have to downgrading, because Apple makes it pretty difficult to downgrade to a previous version of macOS. But if you follow all these tasks, hopefully we don't need it and we'll have a very successful upgrade. Okay, the first most important thing we need to check is to make sure that our Mac is compatible with the macOS Ventura upgrade. Apple has provided a very basic list by year of all the supported Mac models. You can click on this button right here to bring you to a detailed section that Apple put together that lists every single model that is compatible. Well, how do you know what model you have? Well, all you need to do is go up to the Apple icon on your Mac and click on About This Mac. When you do that, a new window will come up and it will show you the information about your Mac. First, it'll tell you which operating system that you're on. This one's on macOS Monterey, and you're on version 12.6.1. And then this section right here will tell you the model you're on. So this is a MacBook Pro 13-inch M1 2020. So all we need to do is go to the MacBook Pro list, and we can find our Mac right here, and our Mac is fully compatible. Now, keep in mind, if your Mac is not on this list, don't fret. That's why I come out with videos that show how to get your older Mac upgraded to macOS Ventura using Open Core Legacy Patcher, and you can click on my videos for more information about that. The second section that I want to go over is application compatibility with macOS Ventura. If you have a business critical application that you use every day, you want to make sure that that app is going to work properly with macOS Ventura. So you want to go to the vendor's website and check their compatibility section. So the example that we're going to use here is Office 365. If we scroll down here, we can see there's a macOS Ventura section and the supported. Yes, for the best experience for the new operating system, make sure that you have installed the latest version updates for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and OneNote. So that's great. Fully compatible with the latest versions. Let's check another example, Photoshop. Right here, Adobe says that Photoshop 24 and up is compatible with macOS Ventura, but there's known issues. So you want to go to the known issues section. If one of these issues affects you, you might want to hold off until a newer version of Photoshop comes out to fix those issues. The next thing we need to do is to make sure our Mac has enough free space for the macOS Ventura upgrade to be able to download and install. This is very critical, and you don't want to have to be searching around once the upgrade has started and you get an error saying there's not enough free space for it to begin. So how do we check to make sure that our Mac has enough free space? Well, there's multiple ways to be able to do that. So on this Mac, all we need to do is, if you have the Macintosh hard drive showing in your desktop by clicking clicking Finder, Preferences, and then you have hard disk selected here. All you need to do is click on it once and then do Command I, and it'll show you information about the hard drive, and go to the Available section. This Mac has 474 gigabytes of free space, plenty ready to go. Now, a second way to do it is to open up Disk Utility in Applications Utility folder, and it'll show you in a bar graph here how much free space you have. 18 gigabytes used, 1 gigabyte in other volumes, and 474 gigabytes in free space. So we're good here. And there's a third and final way to be able to check really quick here. Click the Apple icon, About This Mac, and then click the Storage tab, and this will give you a full readout of all the information on your disk. And you can follow this document here, and I'll put it in the description to show you how to free up extra space on your Mac if you're running out of space. Now we got to talk about backups. I do not recommend upgrading to the next version of macOS unless you have at least 2 backups. Why do I say 2 backups? Because you don't know, if you haven't tested your backup, whether it works or not. Let's say something goes wrong and you're in a very small percentage of people who have a problem with the macOS Ventura upgrade. And then all of a sudden you need your backup of your data. Well, wonder if you find out that there's something wrong with your iCloud storage, or there's something wrong with your Time Machine, or your SSD drive has corrupted data because you haven't been checking on it. Having 2 versions of the backup will always be a good protection. Now, the way I'm going to show you how to do is Time Machine. To use Time Machine, it's very simple. On this Mac, we're going to use a external hard drive that we got, and we're going to plug it in, and I'll show you how to get started. The best thing about Time Machine is it's super simple to use. You don't have to format the drive or anything. So all we need to do to get started is to go into System Preferences, click on Time Machine down here at the bottom, click Select Backup Disk once we have it in it. Now keep in mind, make sure you back up any data that's on this disk before we begin, because it will be taken over and erased. So let's click on Select Backup Disk. There's our drive that we just plugged in. Click Use Disk, and it's going to prepare it. It's immediately going to erase it and format it in the proper formatting. If you're on macOS Mojave or macOS Catalina, the drive will be formatted in HFS. If it's on macOS Big Sur or newer, it'll be APFS formatted. Now look at that. It's already set to begin the backup in 100 seconds, and it'll show you how much is available on the drive, your oldest backup and your newest backup. It'll automatically back up everything to this drive. We're going to let that finish, and then we'll be right back. That's it. The backup is complete. We can see here the oldest backup and the latest backup, and then the next time the automatic backup is going to run for Time Machine when the drive is connected. And what's nice about Time Machine is that you don't have to do a full backup. You can just go in here and get any files that you needed. Go into the date you want, into the folders of users, your username, desktop, and look, here's all the files. And all you need to do is just drag it over if you want it, keep both, and now you got another copy of the backup. And it's as simple as that. Just do yourself a favor, do a Time Machine backup before you begin the upgrade process. Okay, now it's time to upgrade to macOS Ventura, and then our first demo unit here is going to be a 2018 15-inch Intel MacBook Pro. This demo is going to be on any Intel or M1 Mac that is from macOS Mojave 10.14 all the way to macOS Monterey 12.2.1. You are going to be using the old upgrade process with the full installer. So to begin the upgrade process, all we need to do is click on System Preferences and then click on Software Update. It's going to immediately check to see what updates are available for your system. If your Mac is compatible with macOS Ventura, it's going to be the first thing showing up here as available, because Apple wants you to be able to upgrade to the latest version of macOS, and it's the safest and securest OS compared to the previous 2, macOS Monterey and macOS Big Sur. But let's just say, for example, you wanted to stay on macOS Big Sur or macOS Monterey. You can still install security updates by clicking this More Info button, and you'll show all the available updates for Safari and macOS Big Sur or macOS Monterey. But we want to be able to upgrade to the latest version, so all we need to do is click Upgrade Now. It's going to immediately contact the software update server and download the full installer. And you can normally tell it's the full installer because the full installer is over 12 gigabytes in size, and it is a universal installer. It is good for Intel and M1 Apple Silicon Macs. Now we're going to let this download process go, and once it's complete, we'll pick up where we left off. Okay, the download finished, and the macOS Ventura full installer is now on this Mac. Now we can move this out of the way so we can see what that window looks like, we can see that it shows the upgrade button now. So for some reason, this window does not pop up automatically for you, and you can see the icon down here in the dock. You can just click on this button right here, and then this should automatically come up. Now, if that doesn't happen, you can still go into your applications folder and you can find the full installer of macOS Ventura right here, and you can double click on that to begin. But now that we have this, we're ready to go through the process. Now make sure you're also plugged into power. I did not mention that before, so make sure you have full power. The upgrade can start on battery, but if it's under 50%, it will not continue and you'll have to plug in. So let's click on continue, and then agree here, and then we will continue. And then we need to type in an administrator password and unlock. And there we go. It's going to prepare the upgrade here, and then it usually goes a lot faster than what it says, depending on how old your Mac is. Okay, our macOS Big Sur Intel Mac has just finished the preparing part for the upgrade with the full installer. And here it'll go. It'll close out all the applications and restart your Mac. And this is a part where the Bridge OS update will be installed for T2 Macs Intel 2018 to 2020. Once that's updated, the Mac will turn off. So don't worry if you see a black screen. It'll automatically power back up because the Bridge OS update is done for the T2 chip, and continue on to the macOS Ventura upgrade. And there it goes. It just rebooted and it's powered down. The screen is off. It's going to upgrade that Bridge OS and it's going to come right back up and continue on with the macOS Ventura upgrade. All right, our 2018 15-inch MacBook Pro just finished the upgrade to macOS Ventura. Let's log in and we are ready to go. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you'll get a notification bar coming up here after you might get some system setup screens here. Now, once you're on the desktop, you might get a pop-up window up here saying that your system is optimizing. Give it some time to index your Spotlight search, and then the system should be at full power. If it's a little bit slower or you hear the fans kicking up a little bit, and let that finish. Once that's done, your Intel Mac is fully updated and ready to go on macOS Ventura. Okay, in the second demo, I'm going to show you how to upgrade to macOS Ventura if you are on macOS Monterey 12.3 or a newer version, and you're on an Intel or an M1 or M2 Apple Silicon Mac. Now I'm going to show you that because this chart here, because this is going to explain the brand new Apple Ventura upgrade process if you're on Monterey 12.3 or newer. Now demo number 1 we went over already, which is Mojave, Catalina, Big Sur, and Monterey 12.2.1 or lower. You got that full 12 gigabyte installer. That's demo number 1. Demo number 2 is what we're going over now, which is if you're on Monterey 12.3 or newer, you're getting the brand new Ventura upgrade process. So if you're on 12.3 or 12.4, you might get the gigabyte upgrade, which is a little bit bigger, but also the same process. You're not getting the full installer. But if you're on macOS Monterey 12.5 or newer, you're going to get that smaller Delta upgrade, and that's going to be the one we're going over now. To begin, all we need to do is click on System Preferences, Software Update, and we'll see the same thing we did at demo number 1, but look at that size. It's over 60% smaller in size at 5.52 gigabytes compared to 12.15 gigabytes. Now keep in mind, just like in the demo number 1, if you wanted to remain on macOS Monterey, you can still get those security updates and Safari updates in here. Now to begin, all we need to do is click on Upgrade Now, make sure we are connected to our AC adapter for power, and click Upgrade Now. What's interesting about this here is that it does not require an administrator. Normal standard user can install the upgrade. This prompt here is not for admin, it's for on M1 devices. It just needs a volume owner. So all you need to do is type in the user password right here, and we'll click on OK to begin. It'll start to download the Delta smaller upgrade. Now what's going to happen here is after the 5 gigabytes is download, it's going to install more like an iPhone or an iPad upgrade. It's going to start to prepare the upgrade first, which takes anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes depending on the how old your Mac is. Then it's going to restart to the upgrade. So we're going to let this download here and we'll pick up right where it ends. The download just finished and now it's in its preparing phase. The preparing phase can go anywhere between 10 minutes and 30 minutes in time to prepare that upgrade before we do our first reboot. So let this do the preparing part and we'll be back in a second here. Okay, our M1 Mac on the new macOS Ventura upgrade process has just finished the preparing phase. You can see that there's a new notification part here that just pops up. Your computer will restart to the macOS Ventura installer in 37 seconds. You can let this go, or you can just click restart on your own. Make sure you're plugged into power, and then you can click on restart. There it goes. Just rebooted. Now it's going to come back up and go to an Apple logo with a progress bar telling you that it's going to finish the installation. And when that's done, we'll be at the macOS Ventura login window. Okay, our M1 Mac running the Delta upgrade to Ventura is just about done. Oh, there it is. Let's log in and we'll click on continue. And there we are on our desktop. And again, like I mentioned on the Intel Demo 1 video, you might see a pop-up here talking about system is optimizing the Spotlight Index and it might be a little bit slow for a little bit. Let that finish, and once that's done, and you are now on macOS Ventura. Now I want to go over an important note. If you have an unsupported Mac running OpenCore Legacy Patcher and you see macOS Ventura here and you're like, hey, I can just upgrade right from an over-the-air upgrade. Well, that is not supported for macOS Ventura. Updates, for example, macOS Monterey and Big Sur security updates and software updates like 12.6.2, 3, 4, and 5, that's fully supported, but not upgrades, major upgrades. If you want to be able to upgrade to Ventura, first of all, you got to go to the OpenCore Legacy Patcher page to make sure your Mac is supported. And if it is, then you can go to the OpenCore Legacy Patcher application and create the macOS Ventura installer USB, and then boot to that and upgrade with that, and then you're fully supported. We should see no issues. Now, if you don't see the macOS Ventura upgrade in your software update system preferences pane, the most likely reason is that your Mac is not compatible with macOS Ventura. Make sure you go back to the support page and double check the compatibility chart here. But if you're 100% sure that your Mac is in the list, there could be a problem with software update not showing it. Now, you can actually download the full installer from my site here. Scroll down here and you'll see all the versions of macOS Ventura full installers. These links are directly to Apple's site. You can download the full installer and upgrade that way if you're having a problem with software update. Now finally, I wanted to talk about if you're having any major problems after installing the macOS Ventura upgrade. If your Mac is running super slow, crashing with apps, or the whole system is crashing, there's a couple things we can do here. One of the things you can do is reboot to macOS Recovery and reinstall macOS Ventura over the top of itself. That retains the data and just could repair some of the problems or the files that are damaged. That's step one. If that doesn't work, the step two is that you will erase your drive with Disk Utility in Recovery and then install a fresh copy of macOS Ventura and then restore all of your backup after that. A lot of times that takes care of almost all issues. Now, the third thing that we can do if there's even serious problems after all those things is to downgrade to a previous operating system like macOS Monterey or macOS Big Sur. Keep in mind, Apple makes this difficult, but it all depends on which kind of Mac you have. If you have a Mac that is an Intel device, you'll have to reinstall with a USB installer drive to be able to downgrade to Monterey or Big Sur. But if you have a Mac that is an M1, it is recommended here that the only way to downgrade is with Apple Configurator 2. In a pinch, you can use the USB installer, but I just want to tell you that that's the proper way to do it if you have an M1 or M2 Mac. Thanks for watching this video. I hope your upgrade to macOS Ventura went well. If it did, give this video a thumbs up or a share. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, you can click on this Mr. Macintosh logo to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to follow me for the latest Mac news, I'm on Twitter and Mastodon. And I want to thank all my Patreon members. You guys are absolutely fantastic and I truly appreciate you. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.